Estas, Kremvise Azantes, welcome video lovers, welcome to Tech Nerd 1.0. Folks, we have on the bench our single shot shotgun, and I showed this in several videos ago. This is sort of my survival / apocalypse shotgun that I made. A lot of people really liked that video, so I thought I would bring it out for another talk. But I think what I'd like to talk about today is just what in general, what are the advantages of this platform, of the single shot shotgun? So, and if you're an outdoorsman of any type, a hunter, anything like that, I think this is one firearm that you really absolutely must have in your collection. Why, you might ask yourself? Well, there are a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons why these are such great firearms and some of the uses that you can have for them. And I think we'll start out, the first one, really, I don't think anyone can deny this, is the simplicity and reliability of these firearms. They're very easy to use. You can see this one is, now they're almost all of them are break barrel designs like this. And really you literally just feed one shell in it, close it, and that's really all there is to it. There's very few moving parts in these firearms. This is a newer one. Some of the older ones really have even less moving parts than this. Less moving parts, less risk of anything in particular breaking down. And even if it does break down, there are ways to repair it yourself. Okay, so next I think is the lightweight and compact design. As I showed on my first video, this one can fold. Now I had to do a little cutting and sanding to get it to do that, but this one can fold pretty much into a package like this and probably can fit into a simple backpack, making it pretty easy to carry around. And even if you are carrying this on your back, they're very light. There really isn't that much to them. Now this is pretty much made of wood and metal. A lot of the newer ones are going to be they're going to have polymer handguard and stocks. That's going to make them even lighter. So another reason is definitely affordability. I think we all know this is the Hatfield, and these you can get in pretty much any Walmart. They're very cheap. I'd say like maybe
100 Quatloos,
a little bit more. If you go the other route and you get one of the older ones like Harrington and Richardson, or like an old Savage or a Stevens, something like that, those are going to be probably a little bit more money depending on what shape they're in. The other issue too is, of course, anyone can do whatever they want to with their weapon. If you do get an older one like that and it's in really good shape, I'd feel real bad about cutting it down and chopping it up and, into something like this. If that's what you're going to do with it, I would feel real bad about that. If that is your focus, to make it some sort of bug out weapon, I'd just go get a newer one. Or if you do find one and it's really beat up and you don't feel so bad about it, then that's fine. But, some of those old nice ones, boy, they had really nice receivers and nice stocks, good woodwork.
That's what she said. Woo!
And I'd hate to see them ruined. So think about it before you take a hacksaw to it. But definitely budget is good. So, even those old Harrington and Richardsons that you're going to find, even in really good shape, I doubt that you're going to pay more than probably $200 for them. So, they're still very affordable. And for what you can do with them, it really is a great deal. As far as availability goes, these are widely available. You can, like I said before, any Walmart store, you're going to be able to find something like this in. Any decent sporting goods store like Dunham's or, something like that, not going to have a problem finding a firearm like this. And again, as I said before, any pawn shop, any thrift store, anything like that, if he has an FFL, you're going to be able to find him there. Now, second to that, because of the availability and closely related to it, is the fact that, it's a shotgun.
Buy a shotgun.
That's all it is. And it's a single shot shotgun. So these are very unscary to the normal person. even to the normal politician, these are very unscary. So you're I don't want to say for sure because I don't know everyone's laws. Check your local laws, of course. I'm pretty much assuming that a single shot shotgun is pretty much going to be 50 state legal. I can't think of any state that you're going to go to where something like this isn't going to be legal. Now, there could be some locales within that state. Again, check your local laws, but pretty much wherever you go, you should be okay. Ease of maintenance, obviously, again, very few moving parts, very little to get dirty. So really just keeping the barrel clean, and that's pretty easy, and keeping the rest of it clean, some oil, and really, at that point, if you're in a survival situation, really any oil is probably going to be fine for you. Even some, maybe some used motor oil or something is probably going to work in that case. Brake action at least allows for very easy disassembly and compact carry in backpacks. A lot of these, like the old H&Rs, you pretty much just pop off this, this handguard, and the whole barrel assembly will come off. And then you can kind of just put them together, put them in a backpack, something like that. Most of those old ones are made like that. So this is especially useful for backpacking hunters, survivalists. Next, I would say customization and adaptability. So as you can see, like I have this one here. Now this is more made for sort of a survival grab and go type situation.
These creatures, these zombies or whatever the hell they are swarming the city.
But a lot of the older single shot shotguns would accept barrel swaps. Now I know, gosh, I can't remember the name of the company, but there was one for quite a while that had ones that you could just really buy a new barrel for. You could have, you had the receiver, and then you could just go on their website and buy different barrels. I think there was one called a Wizard that did that. I cannot remember the name. If any of you remember, please put it down below. I think they're long out of business since now. But they had one, maybe it was Rossi. Maybe. I wish I could remember. But they had one that you could do that. You could, you bought maybe your 12 or 20 gauge, and then you could go ahead and buy, you could buy like a 410. I think you could even buy stuff like single shot rifles. You could buy like, a 308 barrel or a 30-30 or something like that. I wish someone would come out with something like that again. I don't know why they haven't. I would think it would be a big hit. I think if you modernized it a little, gave it some better sights and probably a polymer stock, you could do something like that. And then again, make it available so you could shoot single shot rifle rounds, or even stuff like 357, 38, stuff like that, or 22. That would be ideal. Ruger seems to steal everyone's ideas. Really, get on that. And Caltech, you're good at adapting ideas. Why don't you guys do something like that? Anyways, that again, that's a really good one. And you can see even from the way I have this kind of decked out, you can really do anything you want with these. You can, like I put this different, this different sight on here with this one. There's a lot of other things you can do. I put this kind of cheapo light on here. You can really do, you can set them out kind of however you want and really adapt it to whatever usage you have it. So lastly, what I'd like to talk about is the role specific purpose. So like I said, this one is pretty much built for survival, but really there's a lot of other things you can do with it. They work really great as teaching tools. So, this is a 12 gauge. So, maybe that's not the first thing you want someone shooting, but you could certainly get some downloaded 12 gauge shells, some half shells or something like that. Something that doesn't have so much recoil. And you could certainly teach with that. If you had the caliber inserts, you could always use those. But these make a really good teaching tool for someone who is just starting out. There's only one round in there. It's easier to aim. It gives that new user the time to get used to shooting firearms. So I think as a teaching tool, they're great. Obviously, like this one, survivability and prepping, they make a great tool for that. And obviously with all the caliber inserts, like the ones I showed on mine, I have a 38 caliber. Those are great. You can get all kinds of ones for that. They have a really nice 10-inch 22 insert. I would love to get, but boy, are they pricey. 10-inch 22 barrel would really give you that would really give you all the rifling you would need, and that would give you a very nice 22 rifle as well as the shotgun that you have. So that would be a great tool as well. I think lastly, I would say hunting. They are really good for that. And I think really good for a certain type of hunting. Now, I'm going to call it opportunistic hunting. If you're a zoologist or some sort of paleo archaeologist, that's going to mean something totally different to you. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of talking about that in the most general sense as a hunter. I knew plenty of guys who would just carry around something like this in their car during deer season. And if they were going back and forth to work or something like that, they would basically just keep all their gear, their hunting gear, in the car with them or in the back of their truck with them. So this is going to be ideal for that kind of, opportunistic hunting. You've got something that definitely with slugs can take a deer easily. And it's also something that you're not afraid to have carrying around even in the back of the bed of a truck or something, because maybe for what this costs you, what do you care if it gets scraped up a little banging around in the back of a car or truck or something. It's not that big of a deal for you. Plus it has everything you need to take a deer. So whatever you're hunting, even if you're hunting wild boar or anything like that, or coyote, 12 gauge is going to do it. That's going to take care of whatever you want. Again, so much usefulness with these kind of firearms. I think it really behooves someone to get one of these. If you want to get a new one, if you want to chop it up and do something like this, I would just get one of the new ones from Walmart. There's a lot of them out there. There really are. The polymer stocks. If you get one with a polymer stock, they're usually hollow, and the handguard and the stock as well. If they're hollow, you can actually carry some stuff in it. Now, I showed on mine the last time. I have this little butt pad on mine, the slip-on butt pad, and I actually carry some stuff in the back of mine, so I can just rip that right off, and I've got a couple shells in there, and it makes that easier for me. But if you've got the polymer stock, that gives you a whole lot more place to work with. So very useful firearm, almost too useful not to own. So I cannot suggest these enough. If you have the capability, go get yourself one, practice with it, see how good you can get. Really cheap to feed these things as well. 12 gauge shells don't cost a lot, cost more than they used to, but not as much. And you can practice with birdshot and get really good with that. And if you want to reload, even cheaper. That's my thoughts on the whole matter. I would love to hear what all of you have to think. I know you all out there have some opinions on this. If you do this kind of hunting, if you have one of these kind of hunting kits yourself, or if you have a survival shotgun like this, I would love to hear about it. Let us know down below. If you have a video that you've made on your survival shotgun, post that down below. I'd love to see it. I watch these videos on single shots all the time. I think I've seen pretty much everyone there is on YouTube. So if you would be so kind, on your way out, please like, share, and subscribe. Folks, I am barreling down toward the next phase of my YouTube-ness. I think we'll be doing, I can't remember what they call them, tips, super tips, something like that, or super something. I don't know. I've got to look into this more, but I think we're getting pretty close. So we're going to be doing stuff like that soon, probably memberships. I'll have to find out what to do. Maybe you guys tell me, what would you like? What would you want out of a Tac Nerd membership? Exclusive videos, I don't know, patches, badges. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are looking for, and I'll come up with, but I'll come up with something. But give me some ideas. Also, please don't forget, fire off around at that bell notification. Folks, I will see you next time. This is Tack Nerd, and I am out of here.